Understanding the characters that shape our reality requires more than remembering what they did. It means understanding why they did it. Chris Hani was one of those rare people whose courage made others uncomfortable because he turned ideals into action. He did not rule a nation, he ruled a conscience, and that's often the more dangerous kind of power. Born Martin Thembisile Hani in 1942 in Mvaba in the Eastern Cape, a place where history was already heavy. His mother worked as a domestic worker, his father a migrant laborer. As a young boy, he was drawn to ideas. He read the Bible with faith and later Karl Marx with conviction. In both, he found a kind of justice. From the Bible, he learned compassion. From Marx, he learned structure. These two would define him. A man who believed kindness must have a strategy. At Fort Hare University, Hani joined the African National Congress, a movement that at the time had no weapons, only hope. But when the Sharpeville massacre happened in 1960, hope felt too quiet. Hani joined uMkhonto with Sizwe, the armed wing of the ANC. To him, it wasn't about violence, it was about dignity, that sometimes peace requires defending itself. He went into exile, he trained in the Soviet Union, he fought in the Zimbabwean liberation struggle. But even then, he wrote letters home. In them, he spoke of missing family, of longing for freedom not only for his people, but for his heart to rest. He once said, "I've never wanted to be a hero. I've always wanted to be a good man." In the 1980s, Hani became the head of uMkhonto with Sizwe and later the General Secretary of the South African Communist Party. He believed freedom could not stop at voting rights. It had to reach people's tables, their homes, their dignity. He once warned, "We must build a society where people can walk tall without fear in their hearts." That was the kind of revolution he wanted. Not just one that freed the body, but one that healed the soul. On April 10th, 1993, just 1 year before South Africa's first democratic election, Chris Hani was shot and killed outside his home in Dawn Park. His death sent the country to the edge of chaos. But Nelson Mandela stepped forward, and through Hani's death, he held the country together. It was as if South Africa had lost a father it never fully understood. Chris Hani did not live to see the South Africa he dreamt of, but he became a mirror for its conscience. His existence forced a question that still echoes today. What kind of freedom are we willing to build, and what kind are we settling for? To understand Chris Hani is to understand the struggle between idealism and reality, between what we want for the world and what we are willing to give up for it. He stood for a future he would never see, and maybe that's what makes him one of the most human characters of them all. Tuesday Grapefruit, understanding the characters that shape our reality.